What's good with y'all guys? It is I, Unknown Vote. And I know it's been a while. I'm so sorry. Long story short, I'm getting my life together. But we're not here to discuss me. We are sadly here to talk about Foolio. He sadly passed away at the age of 26. It was his birthday week. His birthday was on Friday, and he sadly passed away on Sunday. Weirdly enough, it was on the 23rd. I see that everybody is asking one big question. Everybody's basically asking, did Julio deserve this type of death? And I'm not God, so I'm not going to sit here and say he deserved every bullet that hit him. RIP, respectfully. But what I could definitely say is karma is here, ladies and gentlemen. And what you live by is definitely how you're going to die. It's definitely how you're going to die. And what I could say is Foolio's built different. He didn't just talk his shit simply because he wanted to become a rapper or get attention. This nigga was just doing that within the neighborhood. Like, his environment just had him just off the gate, wild as fuck. And if you don't know much about Foolio, just know that he grew up in Jacksonville on the north side of the Hilltop Village. If you did not know, his father died when he was 13. And sadly enough, it was pretty fucking petty. His dad beat a nigga's ass like a month prior than his shooting. And then later on, I guess for repercussion, they decided to just shoot him. They could have simply robbed him. They could have jumped him. But they sadly took away a father, leaving a young man by himself watching his mother struggle. And it didn't help that even later down the road, he even got kicked out from his original school and then had to go to an alternative school. It was unfortunately an area he didn't want it to be. It was in his ops area. And even at the first day of his school, he saw somebody get shot. And instead of what any other kid would do, crying, panicking, shit, I would have just went home. He decided just to taunt that kid. And everybody heard of it. And even though he got into a little altercation at the school, there was people waiting for him after school. And that was when he was in his first shootout. 3 people followed him while he was walking with his homeboy after he left the bus and just started shooting at him. He got shot around the hip to buttocks area and then tried to crawl away. Thank God that the shooters did not follow him. He was able to somewhat get away. But when he approached a woman's doorstep, she simply told him to get away. Get off her property. She ain't had no time or sympathy to help this young man that was badly injured. And mind you, Foolio at this time is around 15 to 16 years old, so this ain't no grown man coming to you. This is a little child. So the fact that she was able to turn away just gave you another idea of his perspective and how he viewed the world and how he viewed other people. And rather it was right or wrong, just know that that's how he carried out thinking. Even after being through that incident, waking up, thinking what's going on, trying to get the proper care, he realized that the cops didn't really try to help him. Instead, they was interrogating him like he was a suspect. Making them feel bad as if he wasn't a victim, as if it wasn't him running, as if he wasn't the one trying to avoid the situation. Now, mind you again, he did started talking shit, so you can't really control crazy. You thinking you bumping into a guy, you like, I can knock this nigga out. So you bump into him mad confident, not knowing that he has that black and he has a bad day. So he would have ready to spray your brains out. But nah, you came with confidence like you could handle crazy. No one can handle crazy, so it's best to just avoid it as best as possible. But moving forward, I just want to get y'all guys to understand this young man's mindset. He wasn't doing this shit for, like I said, attention. Now, don't get me wrong. He saw the benefit of dissing the dead, of acting crazy, of taunting others. And he definitely ran with it. But I'm not going to sit here and act like he just did this shit to be a rapper. Bro, I was been doing this. Bro, I been hated people. Bro, I been had people looking at him crazy. So when you come from shit like that, you don't ever know when to slow down or chill. Your life is on go. Your life is moving so fast. And you never know when shit could change. And if y'all guys don't know how he sadly passed away, like I mentioned before, it was his birthday weekend. Turned up with his friends in the Airbnb, and unfortunately 12 came and shut it down. So not trying to let the party die off, he decided to go to a hotel. But unfortunately, not only him, but people around his circle, male or female, just blasting the location. And he did have trouble in Jacksonville, and he probably had a little trouble in Miami. Both areas from where he was at in Tampa were 3 hours away. I could definitely see some people making a drive like that just to get him off the map. And after you seen what happened to him today, yesterday, with him passing away, it's just been flooded with his oppositions, going on live, taunting, making posts, commenting. It's a sad day because nobody really wins. And even though I really see that Foolio was the last person of his respective clique to pass away, because there's nobody really famous on Foolio's side. No disrespect, but if Foolio do pass away, which he did, there's nobody that's gonna really handle that mantle. But what I can say was Foolio was smart. He definitely collabed with a couple of people behind closed doors. He made some good connection. He knew how to network. Like I said, even though he was bringing in black publicity, nigga, it was still publicity. And whatever you could bring, people will buy. Always remember that. But he went to a hotel where he switched up the party location. And unfortunately, the ops not knowing, they know where you live, bro. The love and hate is such a close thing, like, it's crazy. Someone loves you, they know where your vehicle and where you live at. Someone truly hates you, they know your vehicle and where you live at. So, of course, with him giving this new location, this public area, they knew exactly what he drove. My guess is they either waited for him, seen him, pulled up and seen him, and just started getting busy. And unfortunately, Foolio's been through many shootouts. Documented, something in the public, I could think of like 7 or 8 on top of my head. Behind closed door, see, that's another ball game. So basically what I'm trying to get at is, with the normal shootout, it's a couple pow, 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 skirt. Foolio's been through so many shootouts, dodging Jesus Christ so many times, that this last shootout that he was, that unfortunately took his life, it sounded like fucking a war zone. It sounded like straight out of Chirac. It sounded like a movie, honestly. All you heard was pa 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 pa. Like the audios, I shit you not, is longer than 30 seconds. You know how many clips, how many guns were drawn, how many hoes in certain vehicles, hoes within the hotel. Like, this is not no normal little shootout. Took 10 seconds and everybody go out their day. This is things where people ducked and stayed ducked. Talking about hit the floor, covering your ears. You waiting in a little bit before you get back up type shit. It's crazy to me. It truly is. But let me start talking. Let me give y'all guys a little bit more of what the people are saying about his death.
Rapper Charles Jones, known as Julio, shot and killed in Tampa. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Riley Phillips. The rapper was celebrating his 26th birthday. This happened outside a Holiday Inn. If you could take a look at this video, you can see.
But I'm sorry, but I forgot to mention it. Foolio was the only person dead. I think it was 3 injured, and Foolio was the only one dead.
The bullet holes riddling the front of the windshield of this car. It's unclear if Foolio was in this car when it was shot up. On your side, Zach Wilcox joins us live now with more details on the shooting. And Zach, Foolio was a big name in Jacksonville's drill rap scene.
Yeah, that's right, Riley. Foolio had dozens of different videos on YouTube and 45 million views on one of the videos, millions on others. So he's big in Jacksonville's rap scene. He was also a frequent face on our newscast for his connection with violence around Jacksonville over the past few years. I counted 7 different articles that we published on our website since 2019 where Foolio was referenced in them. And at least 3 times that we've covered, he's been shot before, once grazing his leg, another time while he was over in Houston, and another time in his foot. So wanted to touch base, though, with our First Coast News.
Bro, from the top of this white man's head, he listed 3. And then outside of those, I told you the one he was in when he was a jit nigga. That's 4 right there. Listed. Publicly. I don't know how the hell the nigga lived for this long. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, for you to live this long, and he even said it, like, he don't be drinking, he don't be turning up like that. His paranoia was like a cloak of, like, a shield for him to dodge and avoid these fuckery. But because it's your birthday, you know, you want to get turned. You're not trying to think about nothing too much. Even if you're going through pain and struggle, you're not trying to let that consume you right now. So he did drink. He got turned. And he was liking so heavily that damn near just, I mean, it did. It took away his life.
Crime and safety analyst about all of this. We did find out from Foolio's attorney that he was in Tampa celebrating his birthday, been at an Airbnb that they rented. They exceeded occupancy at that Airbnb, which is when they left and went toward the Holiday Inn. And from Tampa police's report, we know that he was killed there along with 3 other victims.
That's the most Florida-ish cop. Like, if you was to put that cop and be like, what state he from, bro, you gotta say Florida off for it. I would have said Miami. Tell me I don't give, bro. That's beach cop. I want to say stepdad. That's like beach cop stepdad vibe. Like, I'm surprised there's not a flamingo on his damn shirt.
Who were taken to the hospital for treatment there. And there were 2 cars that they found with bullet holes as well in that parking lot. I talked with our First Coast News crime and safety expert just about what this means for Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and if there's any possibility of violence moving forward.
I think it only fuels it somewhat, and somebody will step up and take his place, and they see how successful he might have been and how much money he was making. You know, you end up copying him a little bit and carrying on his image a little bit.
Julio's attorney said that they're not going to be commenting at this point while there's an ongoing investigation into his death, and he also asked us to respect the privacy of Julio's family. In downtown, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
It's truly a sad thing. It's truly a sad thing, but y'all gotta really understand, like, Foolio didn't come from the best upbringings, all right? He did not come from the best upbringings. His father got killed when he was 13 years old, and the way his father died was mad petty. I'm talking about, I think he beat a nigga ass a month prior from his own shooting, and his shooting was a retaliation to that. His father died from a typical nigga moment. Foolio could have been a whole different pathway, been doing a whole different thing in life if he simply just had a father, if his mother wasn't struggling so much. They could have been a whole different lifestyle, but because he lost his father at a young age, because he grew up in such an environment that had history with gang rivals and drug abusers and, you know what I mean? Like, just to be in that environment in general. I really want y'all to take a dive and take a look at him talking about his father and him losing him and how that affected him and his way of growing. Rick the Ruler, Foolio and his dad, Rick the Ruler, being gangster and getting killed after a fight. And you know how Vlad is. He gonna ask some questions. Niggas gonna answer him.
Yeah, I lost my first friend in like 9th grade, but my daddy had died from gun violence before that in 2011.
Okay, so before we bypass that, he said he lost his first friend at 9th grade. I don't know if this is... He said he lost his friend in 9th grade. Do you know how traumatic and sad that is for him to just casually say that? But before he can even go deep on that, he has to talk about a father that he lost when he was 13.
When I lost my first friend in 9th grade, Aaron Brooks, yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about your father for a second.
Yeah.
You were how old when he died?
I think I was like 13.
What happened to him?
He had got in an altercation with somebody. He beat somebody up, right? And I guess after he beat the person up, the person couldn't take the ass whipping, so they shot him. You know what I'm saying? They went and got a gun, came back and shot him.
Okay, and in terms of your dad getting into it with people, was that like just a strange occurrence, or was he someone that was really in the streets and really out there thugging?
My daddy was thugging, like his name Rick the Ruler, like ran his block, like the whole 21st murder, like. He ran that section, like that was his section. He from the north side too, but he from like another part of the north side. But my dad ran this section, like he was a real big gangster, like yeah.
Okay. And in terms of what he wanted from you, for you, I mean, did he want you to follow his footsteps, or was he trying to kind of push you away from what he was doing himself?
That's a good question.
I couldn't even tell you because I was with my daddy, but we were like we wasn't together long enough for us to, you know what I'm saying, for him to see me get on the football team, and he just died, you know what I'm saying? I was young, I was like 12, 13, so, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get too much together, like, you know?
I mean, how bad did that hit you, being 12, 13 years old and losing your father?
That shit fucked my head up. Like, that shit fucked every, like, my family, his side of the family, and we had lost my grandma like probably like a year or two before that. So that shit just shot at everything for me. Like it was just a messed up situation.
The guy that killed your father, was he caught?
Yeah, he had ended up getting caught.
Okay, and is he still in prison?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really be keeping up, but I know he got caught for sure. Bro.
Did you personally know who that was or who that is?
Nah, I was young.
Okay.
He was an older dude. I don't know who he was from Campaign.
I mean, do you still feel some level of anger or revenge or something towards the man that killed your father?
Of course. But I know how the streets go. Like, now I do it. Like, I know what was really going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, when I was young, I didn't. Like, I was like, damn, like, people really kill, like, take somebody you love from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now I know what's going on. So, yeah.
Okay. And then you end up losing one of your close friends.
Yeah, and 9th grade. I was like 15, 16.
What happened with that?
Well, he was in the neighborhood we used to be on called Clyde, and he ended up getting killed. Yeah, he ended up getting killed. It was just a crazy, like, whole day in school. Like, we was hearing about it, like, but we didn't get the confirmation to one of our other friends that came to school and told us. So when that had happened, like, we started a riot in school. Like, we had fought, like we were just going crazy about it, like, you know. That was our first big loss, like, our 15-year homeboy, like, we had lost, you know.
That's sad. That's sad. I mean, when things like that happen, you either kind of accept it as part of your life, or you think, well, maybe I need to get up out of here because I could be next. Because here's my close friend. We're probably doing similar things, and now he's gone. I'm still here, same neighborhood, same people, same situations. Did you want to, I know you're still young, but were you thinking maybe I need to just get up out of here?
See, it was like, yeah, but then again, that shit sent me like full throttle in the streets, you know? Like, it sent me like full throttle in the streets, like, and it's so crazy because we were still playing football then, like, we probably like, it was like probably like my 8th going to 9th grade, like that summer, we were still playing for La Villa, a team called La Villa, but we were still toting guns at the football field, like, so we were still into it with people, you know what I'm saying? So even with trying to change, we were still like.
You see, you hear that? Like, even we're still trying to change, like, playing sports. He had to stay alive. And when it comes to staying alive, you had to equip yourself correctly, officially. That shit's sad, man. I'm telling you, that shit's sad. That shit hurts the soul. Because even a kid can't even be a kid. Like, you see the way he's describing shit. That nigga was a man before he was 13. You know he had to help his mom out. You know he had to help his mom out. So I just want to make a quick video just basically just saying, like, I understand what people are saying about Foolio. I completely understand it. I'm not justifying any of the shenanigans he's been through or what he's been saying on the internet. He stand on business and karma is a bitch, and what you live on is how you're gonna die on. But I just want y'all guys to not so much think about that and just think about, like, damn, this is literally like a nigga that had the odds really against him. Like, truly against him. Like, even before his father died, people was beefing over there that he had to watch out from. Imagine you have to watch out from your own neighborhood or partner neighborhoods or neighborhoods of neighborhoods. Like, imagine you just basically, as soon as you go outside, you basically got to watch out for your surroundings. And on top of that, you losing people from your side. So on top of that, you feel like you a pussy, this shit ain't fair, you losing, whatever it may be, but now you in your mindset, you just like, oh yeah, no, things gotta change. So I just really want to sit here and just talk to y'all guys about basically like Foolio, and not so much like me bashing him saying he deserves this shit, because no one truly deserves this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if he had a better life, he would end up different, because he was playing football, bro. But again, you got to watch out for your surroundings. And then when you keep taking more loss, you stop doing more suburban or public things, because, like I said, your neighborhood of a neighborhood trying to get you killed. So why would I want to be outside tossing frisbee when I need to watch my back? So I might as well stay in the crib. I might as well see where you at. I might as well go over there. You see what I'm saying? Like it's you gotta move completely different. You can't take in and appreciate your environment because it's so much of a war zone, or it's not a spot where good memories could flourish. Straight hell.